Hadassah, an orphan raised by my cousin Mordecai. We were in a foreign land. We kept our identity secret. We lived quietly among the Persians. I never imagined that one day I'd be taken to the king's palace and be chosen as queen. Yet, that is where my story changed. But being queen did not mean being safe. A powerful man named Haman hated Mordecai because Mordecai would not bow down to him. What began as pride just turned into rage. And this rage grew into a plan to destroy all the Jews. My people. A decree was signed and sealed by the king. That meant death for Saul. When Mordecai urged me to go before the king, fear gripped me. To approach him without being summoned meant my death. It could cost me my life. So I did not rush forward. I turned to God. I asked Mordecai, gather all the Jews together and fast and pray for me. We were not to eat or drink for 3 days, night or day. In that time, we prayed, we humbled ourselves before God. In my weakness, I found strength. In my fear, I found peace. I knew I was not standing alone. After the fast, I put on my most beautiful royal robes. I fixed my hair just as best as I could. And I went before the king. Though it was against his law. When he extended the golden scepter, I knew that God had gone before me. Instead of speaking right away, I invited the king and Haman to a banquet I'd prepared for them. There, I found the king's favor. He promised me up to half of his kingdom. But I waited and invited the king again to a second banquet. What I did not see at that time was how God was already moving for us. In the night, the king couldn't even sleep. The records were read before him. And there it was discovered that Mordecai, who saved the king's life, had not been honored. At that very moment, Haman came to ask for Mordecai's death. Instead, the king ordered that Haman publicly honor Mordecai. To dress him, he had to dress him in the royal robes of the king and put the king's crown on Mordecai's head. He had to lead him through the city and proclaim, this is the way the king honors his best man. The one Haman hated, he himself had to lift up. I did not know any of this was happening. But God was working behind the scenes. At the second banquet, I trusted God's timing. And when the moment was right, I revealed the truth. I am a Jew. And my people are condemned to die. The king was enraged. Haman's evil evil was exposed, and the very harm that was planned to come upon the Jews came upon him instead. My people were saved. I learned that even when I could not see it, God was already at work, ordering moments, shifting hearts, preparing the way. Courage is not rushing ahead, but seeking God, trusting His timing, and stepping forward in faith. Perhaps you too are where you are for a reason for such a time as this.